Trump orders surprise strike on Venezuela without congressional authorization. January 3, 2026. In a dramatic and highly controversial move on Saturday, President Donald Trump ordered a large-scale U.S. military strike against Venezuela, resulting in the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, who were transported to the United States to face federal criminal charges. The operation has ignited fierce debate in Washington about presidential war powers and the role of Congress in authorizing the use of military force. At a morning press conference at his Mar-a-Lago estate, Mr. Trump hailed the operation as a spectacular assault, declaring that U.S. military forces, including special operations units, had successfully captured Maduro with minimal U.S. casualties. The president said the United States would temporarily run the country of Venezuela until a safe, proper, and judicious transition could be achieved. But in a puzzling and legally fraught twist, the Trump administration acknowledged that it had not obtained formal authorization from Congress for the military operation, a requirement that many legal experts and lawmakers argue is mandated under the U.S. Constitution. Senior lawmakers from both parties were reportedly not consulted before the overnight mission began, prompting urgent calls for explanation and oversight. A constitutional flashpoint. Under U.S. law, only Congress has the power to declare war. While past presidents have launched more limited strikes without explicit congressional approval, often citing national emergency or executive authority, direct attacks on a sovereign nation and seizure of its leader raise unprecedented questions about the scope of executive war powers. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries both demanded immediate briefings and accountability from the White House, emphasizing that military action of this scale requires legislative consent. Critics, including legal scholars, have warned the strike could set a dangerous precedent for unchecked presidential military authority. Republican supporters of the administration have defended the action, asserting that the capture of Maduro, who has been indicted in U.S. courts for drug trafficking and narco-terrorism, falls within the executive's authority to enforce U.S. law and protect national security. But even some Republicans privately acknowledged that a lack of prior consultation with Capitol Hill was politically and legally problematic. Controversy and reactions. The strike has drawn sharp domestic and international reactions. Democratic lawmakers condemned the attack as illegal and unconstitutional, with members of Congress accusing the White House of bypassing constitutional checks and balances and ignoring long-standing legal norms. Venezuelan officials denounced Maduro's capture as a kidnapping and urged his immediate release. International actors, including Russia and other nations, criticized the U.S. operation as an act of aggression and a violation of sovereign rights. The United Nations is reportedly planning an Emergency Security Council meeting to address the crisis and concerns over potential violations of international law. Call for debate and condemnation are growing in Latin America and Europe.